Statement of facts. In 1975, Bishop and Mackenzie became lovers. They parted company in 1980, shortly before Mackenzie died. During their relationship, Mackenzie gave Bishop several gifts of fine arts and antiques to show his affection. Amongst these gifts were 5 paintings allegedly stolen in the aggravated armed robbery at Bull Manor, for which I was convicted of handling. As yet, no crime report has ever been produced substantiate this robbery took place or to establish that 5 paintings were stolen. It is a known and proven fact the investigators offered the return of Shearbull, executor to Mackenzie's will, all items taken and alleged aggravated armed robbery for the sum of £5,000, which he agreed, but later increased the sum to £10,000 on understanding no arrests were being made in conjunction with the robbery. Shearbull paid £10,000, but no items were ever returned to him, so Shearbull contacted his MP and lodged a complaint with the Police Complaint Board. This complaint was investigated, upheld on the 18th of April 1983, and disciplinary action was taken against the officers involved. At the time of my arrest, during the police investigation, 2 people were claiming ownership of the 5 said paintings, Bishop and Shearbull. Bishop claims the paintings were that Mackenzie gave him as gifts of affection during their relationship, and has sworn an affidavit to this effect. Shearbull, as executor of Mackenzie's will, claims the paintings are part of Mackenzie's estate, therefore under his control. This was not ever made available to me or the court, but I personally secured a copy of the will in September 2002, 6 years after my conviction. This was made on the 5th of February 1982, as it does not contain any reference to the said paintings. That's the big fella. To this day, it has never been proven that the paintings were ever stolen or that the alleged aggravated robbery ever took place, as no report has ever been produced and legal ownership of the custody of the paintings established prior to the purchase of them. A key part of the conspiracy is that neither the police prosecution barrister David Gibson Lee nor the DPP, now known as the CPS, established that the paintings were stolen or who had legal ownership or custody of the paintings on the day I purchased them all. All evidence against me was fabricated, and the key document that proves my legal ownership of the paintings and the documents given the said paintings are clean bill of health and was taken from my shop under a search warrant that never produced in court. These items were never listed on any exhibit list or unused. A copy of the original search warrant was never produced or made available to me or my legal representative. After my arrest, police officers investigating my case gave the paintings to Shearbull due to the claim that they were listed in Mackenzie's will, which we now know was a lie. I purchased the paintings from Bishop and his business partner Barrymore. If Sherburn was proven to be the legal keepings, the paintings were no charge brought against Bishop or Barrymore for the selling of the stolen goods. D.S. Morrison says in his statement that the paintings were not stolen in Bishop, while Bishop or Barrymore possession. When did the paintings become stolen?
Affidavit of Colin Bishop, sworn in on the 10th day of 1984. Colin Bishop of Penhurst Lodge, Stonewall Park, Giddlestone, Hove, near Edenbridge, Kent, makes an oath and say as follows: that I met Robert Mackenzie, known as Bobby, thereafter referred to as Bobby, on about April 1976, and shortly thereafter was commenced in an intimate relationship in which continued for a period of time to September 1980. During this period we met on regular basis where we were intimate on many occasions. Between April 1976 and September 1980, Bobby gave me 5 paintings, one of which was known as the Only Lady Artist Angela Kaufman, by Joshua Reynolds. Each of these paintings were given to me by Bobby as an outright gift without conditions. On each occasion when he handed over these paintings to me, he stated the words to the effect that they were mine to do as I pleased. On each occasion he handed over each painting, I took the delivery of which since retained within my possession and control. Subsequent to each such gift and delivery, he made no further reference to the paintings. To the best of my knowledge and recollection, the Reynolds painting was donated to me in September 1979. I believe that he made such gifts as an expression of his mutual affection for me in the context of our then continuing relationship. I confirm that I have retained possession of all the said paintings at my home since the date of each gift. Bobby died in December 1980. Some 2 of the 3 months following the termination of our relationship, Bobby had told me during our relationship that he had 2 sisters who were only close relatives he had. I was made aware of the fact that these 2 sisters were the rightful heirs following his death, whilst I had no doubts whatsoever that he had given me these paintings as a gift and that they were then within my outright ownership. I considered it appropriate to offer back on terms of these paintings to his heirs. However, on advising the said sisters of the circumstances, my relationship with Bobby, they declined to take up my offer in respect of the paintings. I believe that their refusal to entertain any questions of the restitution of the paintings were a result of the view of my relationship with Bobby. Since May 1981, I have continued to retain possession and the control of the said paintings which remain in my property. I hereby declare that in respect of all the paintings, particularly in respect of the Reynolds painting since September 1979, all times have been true and proper owner of the paintings, that the same has remained within my possession, the control of that I am the sole beneficial owner. In 1982, I was of the view that I wished to dispose of the Reynolds painting and I introduced it to James Barrymore, with whom I have conducted negotiations ever since in respect of a possible disposal. I here confirm that James Barrymore has my full authority to deal exclusively on my behalf in respect of dealing with the disposal of the property. I further confirm that it is my full authority that the power to commit on my behalf to any sale of the painting whatsoever the price he deems appropriate. Sworn on day 1985. A solicitor empowered to administer oaths. The second paperwork is a statement by Carlo Eugenio Pio Colombotti. Carlo Eugenio Colombotti, a solicitor of the Supreme Court Commissioner for Oaths of Knightsbridge Court, London, EC4V 5JP, state as follows. On the date towards the end of July 1985, I was telephoned by one James Barrymore, who has been known to me for many years, requesting that he attended my offices that afternoon together with Colin Bishop, who wishes to dispose of a certain facts relating to a painting. On that afternoon, both Mr. Barrymore and Mr. Bishop attended before me when Mr. Bishop recited certain facts relating to the painting in question, which he referred to as the First Lady artist Angelica Cuffman, a painting allegedly by Joshua Reynolds. He dictated his statement, which was taken down and typed. He emphasised that he recited correctly that the facts that he was declaring was the truth, and duly swore to the content of the affidavit, and I witnessed as a commission of oaths. The original and a copy of the affidavits were handed to the two gentlemen. Since that day, I have been advised by the Metropolitan Police that the paintings in question is a stolen article, part of the proceeds of an armed robbery in Middlesex in 1982. And in the light of that, the information advised them how they could contact Mr. James Barrymore. I have today handed to Detective Sergeant Morrison a copy of the affidavit in question. The above is the only contact I have with the subject in matter of above. I am willing to attend court if requested to confirm the above.
On the statement just read out of Colombotti's, since I have been advised by the Metropolitan Police that the painting in question is a stolen article and the proceeds of an armed robbery in Middlesex in 82, and in the light of that information, advised them how they could contact Mr. J. Barrymore. I have today handed Detective Sergeant Morrison a copy of the affidavit in question. The above is the only contact I have had with the subject matter above. I am willing to attend court if requested. Fine, that's good. My question is, what's Morrison doing now? He was taken off this case and put in Feltham. And this is a Hounslow. Why wasn't Free there? Because I just don't understand what Morrison's putting his face all about for. He is part of the original complaint from Sherborne, and he got taken from Hounslow and put in Feltham police station, and Leach, he got taken and put in Fulham. So this has got to be a question to be asked. Now we're going to do documentary to prove what I'm saying above is true. What I need to know now is Free aware of Morris. Put a bolt on. What I need to know now is Free aware what Morrison was up to and with his blessings. Why didn't someone go from Hounslow, whose case it is? Why are they letting Feltham Police take over? There's a conspiracy going on here, and it just speaks for itself. On that afternoon, both Barrymore and Bishop attended before me. Now, when he made this statement, this affidavit, when Colombotti made it, it was to go to America for Angelica Cuthman. When they went, the paintings, 4 went at first, that one went afterwards. When they went through British Customs, all clear. American Customs, checked them out, all clear. Attorney in America, checked it out, all clear. An art gallery, all clear. And they wanted approximately 6 months in America to put them through auction so they could put it worldwide. But as I understand it, Bishop was getting short of money, so he asked Barrymore to bring them back and we'd sell them in this country. So they come back via American Customs, British Customs, and back to Barrymore's office. Not stolen. Now I heard about these paintings at a party I was at. I didn't know Freddie Brazil, and I got introduced to him, and I said to him, you got some antique paintings, what? I'll do antiques, take them out to Italy. They would be very interested if the price was right. Now this must have been in an August, because all of Italy go on holiday in August and then start again afterwards. I tell them, not the police or people like that, but all the antique dealers do, and the only thing that keeps running is fridges. So I said, but I managed to get hold of someone, and they reckoned, give me a price. So I said, I'll make a price, which I did, see if it's accepted. Well, I made an offer, and Freddie Brazil, he come back to me afterwards and said the offer's accepted. I said, well, give me 4 or 5 days. I'll have a drive out to Italy, because I had to go to Prato, where I had a bank account, and I'll withdraw the money and get it home, which I did. Paid Freddie Brazil. I got the paintings delivered to me, plus all the documents of custom clearance and whatever. I had them in my shop, one of my shops in Garrett Lane. I was waiting for my man Arturo Pilato to come back from holiday and notify him that I've got them, and he would have come out and seen them straight away, taken them or not. But in the meantime, I see a fellow I've known for a while, I know his dad as well, Mark Hughes. And he asked me, I met him in, he had stables in Tooting opposite the, what's the name of that pub? I'll think of the pub in a minute anyway. It's well known. And I told him I'm still in doing the antiques. What's he doing? Oh, he said, no, he's got the horses there in the stables, isn't he? The Castle pub I met him in. So I said, I've just brought some paintings. I'm waiting for the boys to come back off holiday in Italy and sell them out there. He asked me what they were. Told him. He said, I might have a bloke interested in them. Do you want me to contact him? I said, if you want. But it's first come, first gone. I'm not playing about with him, and I'm not altering my price. Give him a price I want. So anyway, I give him my number. I got my sandwich. I was getting a sandwich take away. And went back out. He said he'll ring me in a couple of days or so. Anyway, he did ring me. And he said his bloke's interested, but can we meet him on the services on the A4, Heston service station. I said, yeah, why not? But I'll bring the paintings and show him, but I'm not giving him the authentication and all the other bits and pieces. He can see them, he likes them, we'll make a meet, he can bring the money, he can have the paintings. Oh, that's fine. So I went on my way. I told him where my shop was. I've given him my shop number. So if I'm not there, the manageress, she'll take the message. Anyway, he rang up and we made a meet for Heston service station on a certain date, which happened to be a Friday. Well, come that, the day before on the Thursday, he rang me up, he said, my car's off the road. It's got to have a new timing chain on it, and probably the head done, and valves ground in. So can you pick me up? I said, well, I can, but I've already got a driver to go down there. What I'll do in my shop business and meet him down there. So I said, you can go down with him if you like, and he'll wait till I get there. So I was picking a new car up on that Friday as well, out of Ballamortos. So I took him down on the one I had off of Ballamortos, and my car wasn't ready. So they said, but we'll hire you one till yours comes back. I said, I'll take that. But that only I can drive that. He wouldn't insure Robert or Mark Hughes on it. So I said, all right. Robert's insured on mine. I'll take it to Robert, you can drop me back here and I can pick my car up, go to the shop, do my bits and pieces like pay the staff and that, and I'll meet you down at Heston. So that's what we did. I picked my car up, went round the shop, I said to Pat, can you pay the staff out of the takings and the bit in the safe? I'll get that out and pay the staff off. If you're short, I'll give it to you tomorrow. I've got to go and do this, see this man about the paintings. So she said, yeah. So off I went, down York Road, down Church Street, that's at Battersea. And then I come out of Battersea Bridge Road, turn left, opposite Heston Road where the bus garage is, there's a big bus stop. I see Dennis, Robert's brother, walking down the bridge. So I picked him up. Yeah. So where are you walking for? I've got no money. I said, you've got a choice then, ain't you? I'll give you a fare home, or you can come with me for a ride. I'm going to meet Rob at Heston service station. He can jump in this car and take you home and bring the car back tomorrow. Or you can come with me and we'll all come home together. It's up to you. So he said he'd like to come. Well, his arm keeps jumping out. He can't wear the seatbelt. He said, can I sit in the back? I said, yeah. They got in and off we went. When I get to Heston service station, I see my car, what Robert was driving. Robert was with the car. I pulled up next to it. I said, where's Mark Hughes? Oh, he's gone to look for where his buyer is. I said, oh yeah. And I'm looking around and I just felt something's wrong here. So I said, well, let's have a cup of coffee. Do you want a burger, any of you? They said, yeah, we'll have a burger and a cup of coffee. So I went in and got them, come out. Then all of a sudden, we're surrounded by coppers. This is DI3. And Leach was there, Morrison was there. They was all there. Now, believe me, there was enough coppers. A field mouse wouldn't have got by him without him seeing them. So he said, what's in there? Oh, whose car's that? I said, mine. Oh yeah. What's in the back? I said, paintings. Now I'll be putting the photos up of these. I've got them in the book there. But next time I'll put them up and you'll see. He tore the corner and he said, oh, antique paintings. They were stolen. I said, oh yeah. How the fuck he knew it was antique paintings, I don't know, because I had blankets round them. And you could see them. But anyway, they wasn't hidden or nothing over them. You can see them in the back. You'll see it all anyway when I put the photos up. So they said to me, they nicked us anyway. The police officer drove the cars of mine down to the station. We was in the police car, obviously handcuffed up. When we got there, they parked the cars up. They searched them on Heston service station. They parked them up. We was taken to the desk and charged. We asked for a phone call. We was denied it. In actual fact, a solicitor phoned up and denied we was there, even. But in the meantime, unbeknown to me, Morrison, now why is letting Morrison do the job again? Said he got out a search warrant, which has never been displayed or anything. Phoned up my shop manageress and said, we'll meet in there. So I said, yeah, but she's going to bring her husband. He won't let her travel this time of night by herself. So Anyway, the short of it is, Morrison went to the shop, opened it up with the keys. Now, where'd he get the keys from? There's only one place, my property. And he can't open my property without me being there. Legally, he can't. And in that property was a key. It's the only key there is. I always kept it on me. For the safe in the shop. He must have taken that, because when he got to the shop, my manageress was there, waiting with her husband. Morrison opened the shop, went in, went straight to the safe, took out paperwork, and didn't show it. They asked for a warrant. It was never shown. Then they asked for a receipt, an itemised list of everything he's taken. He refused to give it. So, come back to the station. I didn't know nothing about it this time. Asked her, can we make our phone call yet? No. Saturday they refused with us being there. So Sunday morning, the police phoned up Scotland Yard. They phoned up free, and now he admitted we was there. And they said, the solicitor's been trying to see Mr. Ford. He said, well, if they come down at 6 o'clock, I'm charging them to go to Brentford Magistrates Court. He come down, well, he wasn't there 5 minutes anyway. And they told me to see me in the Magistrates Court tomorrow. So, that was that, and we got remanded anyway, to make it short. Now, when they got their depositions, up to the Crown Prosecution and Police, all of them statements, in that should have been my custody record. I had my solicitor, not only mine, my 3 co-defendants as well. They'd done their job properly and done discovery and disclosure. They'd have found out that the paintings were never in the will. And that's easy enough to prove, because in a statement I think I'll put it up there anyway. Morrison had seen it, and they could say, oh well, he might have just been saying that to a bluff. No. He never said it for a bluff. He knew there was 3 sections of the will. Normally there's 2. He had definitely seen it. Anyway, we got remanded. And we got bail in the end anyway. We applied for it and got it. And then it started getting funny. I'm going to end this for a minute because I've got to get some paperwork out and sort this out so I can put it up and show why are the police prepared to pay me so much interest a month when all they have to do is come to court and prove me a liar. End of story. They know they can't. They know I'm right. And why are they conspiring to pervert the course of justice by withholding evidence, entrapment? Oh, they're just playing the right game, passing me from one to the other. So let me sort out. As you can see, I've got loads of it here. I wasn't fully prepared as I thought I would be for the day, but there's enough up here now, what you've got up there now, to know why did I have to wait so long to get the will when it was available. And as I already said, had my solicitor and my barrister had done disclosure and discovery, this would never have got to court, because them paintings were not left to Sherborne in the will, because he never had them. And then Morrison went to Barrymore, and when he got the paintings home from America, he found them up. Morrison went there and took them. Now, once the police had got an item, a stolen item, and it then becomes in the police hands, it ceases to be stolen. So they made an entrapment between them to get Freddie Brazil over. They arrested Freddie Brazil at his house when he come home from Spain. He'd been on holiday for 6 weeks. Took him in the station, allowed him a solicitor, and let him out. No charges. But Morrison went back to Barrymore. Barrymore, he phoned up Freddie Brazil